In Dynamics 365 we have entitlements also, and these can be linked with the service level agreement for a related entity. So in the customer service admin center we have the configuration for service level agreement as well as entitlements. So let's navigate to that service term page first to configure the entitlements. So let's open the navigation, and here we have service term page, and if you scroll down we have the entitlement sections. So we can create entitlements by clicking on this manage button. Let's click on the manage button. It will open up the entitlement view. Let's click on this new button, and here we can give the name. So we can give like entitlement for Fabricum. So I'm going to make this entitlement for the Fabricum account, and the same account need to be selected in the potential customer. Now let's add start and end date. Let's make it a week, and here we have drop down restrict based on entitlement terms. So we need to select yes, and after that we need to map the service level agreement record for case SLA in this lookup field, and that's it. And we have on the right side we have this allocation type. So how we want to allocate the entitlements, so based on cases or based on hours. So let's select the number of cases for now. So if we select number of cases, it will be considering the number of cases for this potential customer. And how we want to decrease the entitlement terms, so based on case resolution or based on case creation. Let's say case resolution. And how many terms we want to give this customer, let's say 2. So this customer is entitled only for 2 case resolution from our side, from the service side. So out of total 2 terms, if one case get resolved against this customer, then remaining will be 1, and it will update it there. If we make it to case creation, then remaining terms will be updated on based on case creation for this customer. Let's make it back to the case resolution. Now allocation type currently is selected as number of cases. If we make it to number of hours, then on case close it will ask how many hours we have spent. So in that case the total terms here, whatever value we have mentioned, that will be considered as hours. So this 2 will be considered as hours. So in that case, if we have spent 2 hours in a single case only, that will be updated to 0 in the remaining terms, because there are only 2 hours which we have mentioned in the total terms for this customer. So this is how the entitlement works with service level agreement, and once the terms are completed, we cannot create further cases for the customer. So now let's create this entitlement, and you can see on the top we have the customer name and as well as the remaining terms and the end date and the current status. So we need to make it activate, otherwise it will not get mapped to the cases which we are going to create for this customer. Let's make it default for this customer, and let's go back to the customer service hub app. Let's create another case. Let's give the title as case 8. Select the customer, the same customer for which we created the entitlements, and we need to set the type as problem to trigger the SLA. Let's click on save. So the timer has started for first response and resolve, and if we click on this resolve case, Currently you can see here the remaining terms is showing as 2 because no case has been resolved for this customer. Let's go back to that case and now let's resolve the case. So let's say it's solved. Click on resolve. Now let's go back to the customer service admin center app and let's refresh this page. Here you can see one case got resolved, so remaining terms is updated to 1. Let's create another case. Let's say case 9 and customer is Fabricum, and cell A we can select as problem. Click on save. Let's go back to the admin center app. Let's refresh. So currently we are entitled for 1. Let's go back to the service hub app, and if we scroll down here we have this entitlement lookup. So here you can see the value is automatically populating as a default value, and we can select another also if we have created multiple entitlements for this, but now we have only one, so it is by default populating. Let's resolve the case and let's say solved. Click on resolve. Let's go back to the admin center and refresh the page. So here you can see remaining term is updated as 0. So all 2 terms are finished. Now let's go to the service hub and create another case for this customer. Let's say title is case and let's say 10. Select the customer Fabricum and let's select the type also as problem. Now let's click on the save, and you can see the error message that you can't create a case for this because there are no available terms. So this is how we can entitle a customer for the service term based on the agreement.